lined fields that stretched 15 meters, and after that, another row of barbed wire. The security force is approximately 130 men, including 14 German officers. And most important, even if someone manages to escape, it means death for all those who remain. What are you talking about? I'm not thinking about any escape. And I said to him, is it even possible to escape from such a camp? He says to me, we understand perfectly well that you, Soviet guys, won't just sit here and do nothing. But you need to understand that if even one person from our camp runs away, all the rest will be sent to the gas chambers. Here we have complete solidarity, one for all and all for one. Is that really the way that it is when they talk about Soviet people? That comrades won't leave each other in danger? You wouldn't let it be like that for the sake of 10 or 15 people, all the rest in the camp being killed? An inscription on building number 121 on Socialist Street in Rostov-on-Don reads, in this courtyard, by this well, in a communal shared apartment, Alexander Pechersky lived for almost 40 years until his death. By the window on the second floor, in 1980, he gave an interview, which was filmed by the former Sobibor camp prisoner Julius Shelvis. A problem arose. How was I going to meet with people from the underground committee? Then I suggested, what if you introduce me to one of the girls who doesn't know Russian, so she won't understand what I was saying, and I'd meet her regularly. Then during our meetings, other people could come and sit with us, and we could talk, not being afraid that she understands what we're discussing. I wasn't afraid this girl would betray me. I worried that she might share what she heard with someone else. That would be the worst thing. Then it spreads further, and it could get as far as the leadership of the camp. On the first day, when I was in the barracks, I noticed one girl. She was probably 18 or 19. She had such eyes, you understand, this sad look in her eyes. But that was totally natural. No one could have bright, shining eyes in such a place. A heaviness weighed on everyone all the time. People were afraid. And I noticed that she smoked a lot. I asked to be introduced to her. They called her Luka. I was introduced to her, and then Shlema, Leon Feldgendler, and I went to the female barracks and started to talk to her.
Меня с ней познакомили. Ну, вполне естественно, пришли я, Шлема и Леон Фелленгер. Зашли в женский барак, начали разговаривать.
Leon said to her, Luka, this Russian soldier wants to get to know you. And then I asked her, Luka, how old are you? She answered, 18. And I say, oh, you'd be better off as my daughter. I'm already 34. Then I asked her, Luka, why do you smoke so much? You're so young. That's not good. And she says, how should I put it? Nerves. She told me that her father was a German communist underground member, that the Nazis had hunted for him. They arrested the entire family, she included. Do you know, Sasha, where I work? In the yard, where the rabbit breeding is done. Through the cracks in the fence, I see everything. I see how naked, hunched-over people walk, men, women, children, how they push them, 300 at a time, there to the third camp, to the chambers. When they enter there, metal gates close behind them, then the diesel engine starts up and gas is released. And so that the screams of the dying aren't heard, at the same time they release hundreds of geese. Their gaggles drown out all the other sounds. That's why I smoke. Sasha, tell me, can it really be that our lives will end here?
For the people who just went to transport. And when I was doing that, I found the clothes of my brother and the pictures. The picture what they have is what I found on my brother's. He had the pictures with him.
My shoes were falling apart. There was a huge pile of shoes, and one of the guards threw me a pair of shoes, and they turned out to be my sister's shoes. When Himmler came to the camp, he was told that the prisoners were brought from Warsaw, from somewhere in Poland, beautiful girls. He showed him the entire process, how the exterminations were carried out. We worked in the fourth camp, building barracks, and trainloads of people arrived. And when the people were rounded up and sent to the chambers, I heard a child scream, which means that the gas had been released. Mama. The word mama sounds the same in any language. Then I heard a woman scream. That, of course, was awful. I had a fear, not of losing my own life, but of my helplessness. Right now I'm making a model of the gas chamber. 250,000 Jews were brought from all over Europe. Here they all died, in this small gas chamber on the edge of the camp. In our camp there were 17 Germans and 200 Nazi collaborators. The Germans didn't trust them, and they gave them firearm cartridges only to those who were in the watchtowers and the guardhouses. All the rest given empty rifles without bullets. That helped us a lot in the future when we found out about this.
Очень помогло в дальнейшем, когда мы узнали вот этот секрет.
There were a lot of forged knives and axes. Everything was in the carpenters' shops. Axes were given to everyone. Snipers were appointed, who were supposed to shoot at the guards in the towers to make their work difficult. He met Luca almost every day after work. And he probably told her about himself, about his parents, about Rostov, a beautiful city on the banks of the